Hey, what's up? How we doing tonight? Woo! TG motherfucking IF, right? Good to be here. Y'all have a good July 4th?
Yeah, sir.
Fuck yeah. That's what's up. Me too. All right, let's see. I'm Jewish, so, I like to think y'all love that already. Hell yeah. That wasn't a joke. But I do joke a lot about it. So yeah, I was thinking, I like history, and I was wondering, were there any Jews on the Titanic, or any Jews die on the Titanic, or were the tickets too expensive? I don't know. Someone wiki that. Yeah. Speaking of Jewish jokes, the other one I've had on my mind recently is you got what about if you got a troop full of Jewish firefighters? They pull up, they're like, they start to put out the fire. The head fire guy is like, "Whoa, Mortimer, not so much water there. It's quite expensive." He's like, "No, but we have to put the fire out." He's like, "Yeah, but not, let's budget here." My grandma, she sometimes lives in my parents' house, and I was just thinking, the world of today has to seem so crazy to my grandmother who's from the Great Depression. You got people pretending to be dogs. You got all kinds of things that just they couldn't possibly understand, even if you explained it to them. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to leave a Yelp complaint on the tourist site for Auschwitz. Just the food was awful and the service was terrible. Yeah. I also want to just go to Europe and just eat free on just guilt tripping them. I'll just be like, no, I won't be paying reparations. Yeah. They owe me. Yep. Let's see. I love history. I was thinking, if you did have a black president before Obama, who might that have been? My first thought was maybe Andrew Jackson. He could be like Andre Jackson. He'd be like, "What's up, y'all? It's Andre Jackson. Let's go fuck up the British." Something, I don't know. Let's see, where we at? Oh yeah, I'm bi. I think it's interesting how all the alphabet people, myself included, there's a lot of tribalism across the groups. I had a group of gay people I hang out with kind of judge me and once call me half gay for being bi. I'm like, what is this, Hogwarts? I'm a half breed or something? Yeah. It's interesting, couples start to look alike more and more. It's if you guys like each other's looks so much, why don't you get married? Let's see. Oh yeah, cops are kind of funny, right? That's a weird job. You're like, I don't make the rules, I just arbitrarily enforce them. In HR, anybody work at a corporate job? Yeah, so in HR, I feel every HR has a woman named Kathy in it. How does that end up happening? Yeah. Oh yeah, some more Jewish jokes, for sure. Let's get back into that. Oh yeah, so I feel you could summarize every Jewish holiday with just basically they tried to kill us, we lived, let's eat. You got Black Friday. I was thinking, what about what's next? Jew Tuesday? Let's see. Yeah, anybody in therapy? I just started going back to therapy. It's fine, I guess. I was happy today. My therapist says it'll pass. It's just a side effect. Sex is funny. I feel it breaks down really differently across the genders. I feel women, they kind of need a good reason to have sex, whereas men just need a place. For women, sex is a lot like buying a house. They're how do I think about this long term? Is it big enough? How does it compare to the other houses? For men, it's more like parking, where you're oh, there's a spot here. there's a spot here. This one's handicapped, probably not. Oh, that one's for pay? All right, let's spin the block again. Yeah. A lot of, let's see, so a guy goes home to his wife, and he brings her flowers. And she goes, now what, now you expect me to spread my legs? And he goes, what, you don't have a vase? So a blind man walks by a fish market, and he goes, hello, ladies. An old guy's having sex with a lady of the night, we'll say, and they have sex like 11 times. And she's like, how have you done this? How have we had sex 11 times? And he's like, he looks at her and he goes, we've had sex 11 times? Yeah. Oh yeah, my friend was in court recently. Never go to court when you're in a manic episode. He was like at sentencing, and the judge was like, do you have anything to say for yourself? He's like, he stands up, dead ass, he goes, can I speak from the heart? The judge looks sort of surprised and is like, yeah, sure. And so my buddy proceeds to tell a story from his childhood that has absolutely nothing to do with what he's in court for. The judge is like, all right, and then sentences him. I love, you guys have any friends like that who are just like, their stories, like they could just go on stage because they have the best fucking stories. It's the best. Let's see. Oh yeah, my dad was flying to Cincinnati recently, and he had a New York travel agent, and she was booking his flight, and he goes, where are you? She's just like, where are you going? He's like, Cincinnati. And she's like, Cincinnati? Where's that? New Jersey? Which is like, I love those kind of New Yorkers that can't think of like geography outside of New York and New Jersey. Like that's the whole world to them. That's all there is. Yeah. So I found out recently Tom Brady goes to therapy and has been for the last like 2 or 3 decades, which is like, I don't know, kind of, I felt a little weird about that for some reason. I just like, he was like kind of the symbol of like he's a really masculine dude, and it's just like, I guess the strong and silent type is just dead. What would Tony Soprano say here? Fucking Tom Brady's going to therapy now. Tony, you're in therapy right now. Oh, don't change the subject. Yeah. Speaking of crazy people, remember when adults in your life seemed like superheroes? And then you grow up and they turn out to just be, drunk people in a cape. So this tangent was brought to you by ADD. So a doctor is talking to a patient, and he's like, you don't have long to live. The patient's like, how long do I have, doctor? The doctor's like, 10. The patient's like, 10 what? The doctor's like, 9. The patient's like, oh, fuck, you get it. There's a man running from a tiger, and running for his life. Falls off a cliff. He's holding on to the cliff for dear life. The tiger's above him. He's like, somebody help me. Nobody answers, right? And then he's like, God. And so God answers and is like, let go. And he goes, is anyone else out there? Alrighty, that's my time. Good night.
Hey, the Conversation Club, let's get a round of applause for Jacob England there. Good job, my man.